What's up, guys? It's your boy Casey Cosmos with yet another video. I just wanted to get on here today and tell you guys I have a treat for y'all. It's super dope. I had the opportunity to sit down with a real heavy hitter in the credit and funding space. Several of them actually, but this is just gonna be one of many interviews that I have where I'm talking to other people in this space. And instead of asking them the generic questions like, you know, what banks to go to or how to read a credit report, I'm gonna try to find out more about them, what makes them who they are, what makes them be so uncommon in this space and go against the grain, to be honest, because we weren't taught any of this in school. You know, not many of us had parents or peers that knew about this. So I'm naming this series Built Different because it's gonna be getting into the mindset in the heads of the people in this space that got motion, and maybe it's somebody that you want to hear from, and even more importantly, maybe it's somebody you can learn from. All right, so for this next guest coming up, I got Will Taylor. Check this interview out. If you like it, please share it with your friends, like it, subscribe, you know, do all the things. What's up, man? We got Will Taylor,
AKA Thank Me Later.
Yes, sir. Supreme Ambition in the
Come on,
building,
baby.
man.
Yes, sir.
Look, man, this is one of the unsung heroes of the space that we in, man. So you talking about credit, you talking about funding, you talking about mindset, you talking about dressing. This is the man.
I'm dripping.
Look. And like I'm gonna do with most of my guests, I'm gonna ask you 3 questions.
Okay.
Let the audience know a little bit more about you and let me know a little bit more about you.
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, so Will, man, I've been knowing you for maybe 2 months. I've been knowing about you for years.
Right, yeah, okay.
And in the time I've gotten to know you, you know how they say don't meet your heroes?
Yeah.
This is not one of those cases, man. This is a guy you want to meet. You want to get to know him. It's even better in person, I'm telling you. But look, man, my first question is, how did you get into credit in the funding space in the first place?
All right, man, that's a great question. So the whole world, as far as the credit space goes, knows my cousin CJ.
Okay.
CJU,
Yep.
you know, everything popped off, went viral on YouTube in 2020.
Yep.
So CJ, my cousin. So back in about 2015, 16, one of those years, one of our neighbors came over. And back then, me and CJ, we was roommates. We struggling to pay $800 rent together.
Man, that's crazy.
Together. And you know, he got the trap booming. And our neighbor, he'll come through by Gramps, and that one day he came over and it's like, oh man, I want this much. I'm getting ready for work. I'm looking like, you live next to us. What special occasion is this? And he was like, bro, I just got approved for this much, because he was trying to do real estate.
Okay.
He said something like 60, 70, 80,000. So it's like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
You live next to us.
Right.
You don't even live next to us. Your gal do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Long story short, I had to go to work. I told CJ, I said, hey, you need to see what's going on here.
Oh, yeah.
I get
That's dope.
bro. CJ was like, yo, we need to learn about our credit.
Dope. That's super dope, dog.
So, because homeboy broke it down to him, let him know, like, no, my credit good. The bank gave me a business line of credit for 60K to the woo. We don't know nothing about credit at that point. Nothing. We both check our credit scores. We in the 470s. It was rough and tough. But at the time, bro, I'm working in restaurants. I'm managing restaurants. So I'm working 50, 60 hours a week.
Yeah.
So it was different for CJ. He working at Finish Line shoe store.
Yep.
So he had time to look into it.
Yep.
Once he looked into it about a week later, he was like, hey, bro, I think I can do this. And I was his first credit repair client. He was like, give me all your info, like, give me a picture of your ID, your social, and that's my cousin, you know? So I'm like, yeah, trust him. Like, hey, whatever, go ahead, take it.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna get no worse than 470.
Right.
Bro, I bullshit you not. About a week and a half, almost 2 weeks later, my credit jumped from a 470 to a 750 plus.
And that's when
That was it. It took off from there. So that was 2016. Once I saw that, you know how we is in our community, you know, you gotta show us.
Yeah.
You know, we can hear a bunch of things, but you gotta show us. CJ showed me.
Yeah. Right.
So from there, it took off. We took it all
That
serious.
makes perfect sense. Okay. All right. Man, the next question I want to ask you is, mindset is very big when it comes to this because, you know, we see the 30 for 30 all the time. We see the kids grow up
in poverty, and then they get famous as a football player, basketball player, and the next thing you know, boom, they broke.
Yeah.
Right? And we can cut this if you're not okay with it, but
We
you
ain't
told
cutting
me
nothing.
Let's go. You told me that your dad was a pastor, is a pastor, right? And he was like the father for the whole neighborhood because, you know, in poverty, not a lot of us have our fathers. You know what I'm saying? It's a coincidence. So you're an example of somebody who grew up in a relatively stable home and still you didn't know about credit, right?
Hell no.
And so my question is, like, I love how you I could tell how you feel when you've changed somebody's life. Like when I was talking to you, it was like, all right, do this, do that. And I was like, man, bro, I want to give you something back. He said, bro, the fact that I know your life about to change, it's compensation enough.
Yeah.
So how does that feel, bro? How does it feel being able to be in a position to change people's lives?
I mean, it's surreal.
Yeah.
And the reason it's surreal, the reason that like I love it and I get that excitement from it is because I always look back and only imagine, damn, what if somebody did this to me? I know how crazy of an impact that would have been for me if somebody, you know, gave them the game that I give.
Right.
And shit, your life can completely change in the next 48 hours.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Those times that I was telling you about, paying $800 rent, struggling, no AC in the car, we sharing one car, we struggling to put gas. Hey, if somebody could change my life, not only in 40 hours, just period, if it took a month, a year, whatever.
Yeah, but they had a blueprint, a plan.
And they showed me a better way. I can only imagine how quick I would have jumped on it and how grateful I would have been.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I get a utmost joy being able to provide that to people.
Hell yeah.
To sum it up, basically, it's like giving people something I never had. I get joy out of it.
Okay, man, I love that, bro. I love that. It's the same for me, man. Like, you know, I was a DJ, I was a musician, and I got as far as I felt like I could go, and then I hit that credit roadblock. And the only thing that could take me further was learning about this. And unless you're really lucky, then as an artist, you're gonna need some kind of leverage.
Yep.
And instead of waiting on permission, man, use this credit game, man. Talk to us, man. Let us help you get yourself in position to take control of your own destiny. All right, so that segues into my third question, Will.
Okay.
What do you specialize in, and where do you see yourself doing that in the next 5 years? So what do you specialize in, and where do you see that taking you in the next 5 years?
So, if I sum up everything I do, it is business development.
Okay.
So under that umbrella, of course, what you just said is always going to start with capital.
Right.
I don't give a damn what you do as far as a business. You can be in real estate, trucking, vending machines, e-commerce. You can be in the music industry, whatever the hell you do, you're going to need capital to push your business and to get it to where it needs to be. So with that being said, it always starts with showing people how to get access to capital, not just any type of capital, business funding, business capital. Because the number one mistake entrepreneurs make is trying to fund their business and business ventures with their personal
Don't do it out of pocket. Don't do it.
checking account.
You do it. Don't you do it.
Don't do that. Don't do that. We literally have a separate category of capital called business funding, to where you separate you and your business, and the bank will loan you money and loan you credit at 0% interest so you can fund that business. And guess what? If everything crumbles down, that's on the business.
That's right.
We'll help you, figure that out and just start a new one, but you keep you safe. You keep your personal credit safe, you keep your personal checking account safe.
That's right.
Because no one touches your money but you. Don't let nobody else touch your money. So that's number one, is helping people get access to capital to fund their business. And then after that, it's 2026. I want all y'all to understand this. In 2026, if you're a business owner and you don't understand that you're also a content creator, then you're a failing business owner. It may not be tomorrow, it may not be at the end of the year, it may be 3 years from now. If you're not taking content creation serious right now, social media marketing serious right now,
You're not taking your business serious.
yeah, hey, you are slowly dying, or you're dying for either one. It's a different world out here. In today's world, content is king. It's a lot of people in our position who are millennials and older, and we don't like that because we lived in a world where that wasn't the case before.
Yep.
Guess what?
True.
These kids, that's all they know.
That's true.
That's all they know.